Being a refugee is not a small thing. It's something that you can only know if you are a refugee.
JRS was founded by the then Superior General of the Society of Jesus, Father Pedro Arupe. And it was Father Arupe's vision in response to the movement of the Vietnamese boat people that the Society of Jesus and its partners would be able to accompany those folks, to walk with them wherever that journey would take them. 35 years ago, we were based in Asia. Now with 60 million people throughout the world on the move, JRS now has 10 regions. We are active in over 45 countries, working in camps, working in urban areas. In our accompaniment of people, we listen to their needs, we listen to their stories, and in responding in service and advocacy, we do our best to tangibly express the love and the concern that we have, that JRS has, by extension the Church has, for them and for their lives and for their future.
One of just a few international NGOs on the ground in Syria, JRS serves people through counseling, preparing hot meals for, and providing mattresses, blankets, and clothing to the displaced. JRS also provides a safe space for children to help alleviate their trauma.
With children, we have different centers helping children to evacuate all kinds of negative, let's say, energy they have because of the conflict, because of the war, and to have a safe environment for them. It's allowed them to be normal children.
These children's programs help bring together families that once may have been in conflict.
Being in our center with the children and seeing children playing together and they are friends, that would allow them to talk together. And it's a way, and it could be a good mean for preparing the reconciliation, the future.
It is easy to be overwhelmed by the extent of today's refugee crisis. But JRS celebrates the successful resettlement over the last 20 years of 100,000 Bhutanese refugees from Nepal, the majority of them beginning new lives in the United States. JRS USA advocacy efforts resulted in U.S. government funding to allow students to complete secondary school, which enabled them to more successfully integrate in and contribute to their new communities upon resettlement.
Jesuits are all about education. When Pope Francis announced that we would be having a Holy Year of Mercy in 2016, JRS began to reflect on how we might be able to respond to that call. What we really want to be about is education. We are looking at the long-term future of refugees, of people who have been forcibly displaced from their homes. People sometimes spend many years in camps, sometimes they're able to go back home, sometimes they wind up being resettled in countries near and far. What they can always take with them is an education. It's an intangible skill, an intangible asset, which allows them to make a better life and a better contribution wherever they might wind up.
Because I've learned I can help many ways in the community. So I think education is a key to everything that we do in life.
We really believe that education is something which transforms people and communities.
Education is very important, and it is one way through which we are able to enrich our level of understanding and ways of viewing things.
Education, especially skills which enable peace building, skills which look at reconciliation, skills which help people to deal with crises. These are important in re-putting together fractured communities.
This education system, it has really helped us a lot. Like if you look at the diversities between the refugees communities.
Because intercultural communication helps us to interact and be with other nationalities.
Just like the motto, educating men and women for others.
I wanted to join one of the universities and do international relations and maybe work with NGOs and help the refugees in future.
Now we are doing the education and we know that we will help our country.
When I be a doctor, so I want to be back at my country or at my land in order to help my community to do my duty there.
You know, the future, our future is our children. We run from our country for a war, but we need to see a future through our children. And then if they don't get it, it's like we are more lost than ever.